Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay. Gonna have a close look at a couple of different articles in regards to the same subject, the same case, and that is the tragic rape and murder of a 10-year-old girl, Lily Peters. Lily was found on April the 25th, so I am a little bit slow in going through the details here. This article was published a few days ago. You're likely very well aware of this case. There are new details still coming forward. I haven't been on top of this case or been able to make a video quite as quickly as I would like, so apologies to those that were hoping for a quick overview, but it is an absolutely disgusting case which you may well be aware of. We're going to look through the details. Here is a picture of Lily. There are several pictures of Lily, and here's a picture of the scumbag, the evil, sick scumbag that has been arrested in connection with the murder of Lily Peters. This guy is called Carson Peters-Berger. He's 14 years of age. He's the cousin of Lily Peters. And he planned this murder. Here's a couple more pictures of Lily. He planned the murder to rape and kill Lily. Allegedly, he allegedly planned to do that. The article tells us that he punched Lily in the stomach, knocked her to the ground, essentially strangled her, hit her with a stick before strangling her to the point of death, before he then sexually assaulted her. So this scumbag 14-year-old is incarcerated in a juvenile detention center in Wisconsin. He's due to appear in court. It says here next week, so I believe that will be this week. The article tells us that Lily's father reported Lily as being missing 9 p.m. on Sunday when she failed to return home from visiting her aunt. She was missing. There was an Amber Alert issued. A Redditor, so the website Reddit, somebody made a comment saying, "I think I saw her." Let's have a look. We can see more closely what was said. Bear with me. On the Tuesday, April the 26th, an anonymous Reddit user posts, "What's scary is I was playing Pokemon Go in the park." And Pokemon Go, just briefly, is a lot of people are addicted to the game and they walk around. They walk to places and the game does things in regards to the location. So they were probably walking around this park trying to find new Pokemon things. I don't know. What's scary is I was playing Pokemon Go in the park that day, walking along that very same trail. My stomach turns when I think that I saw that girl in a pink or purple hoodie on her bike with another kid on my way out. I have a suspicion that it could be another kid that did it. So this Reddit poster claims that they saw Lily, the 10-year-old, and I'm going to say kind of bizarrely, but intuitively they had a suspicion that it could have been another kid that murdered Lily, and they were right. Turns out, seemingly, allegedly, they were right. The scumbag, the 14-year-old in question, Carson Peters-Berger, Lily's cousin, appears in adult court where he is referred to by his initials, CPB. He is charged with first-degree intentional homicide, first-degree sexual assault, and first-degree sexual assault of a child under the age of 13, resulting in great bodily harm. Bond is set at $1 million. So, again, we're going to have a look at some of the pictures of Lily. A 10-year-old. I don't have children. I'm not as familiar with children as perhaps you are. But she looks like a sweet 10-year-old to me. And this, again, is the 14-year-old murderer. rapist and murderer, allegedly. Raped and murdered his own cousin. So this article is giving us more information in regards to the 14-year-old's father, this guy here. So it's telling us that he's a pedophile. He was convicted of having 10 pornographic photos showing very young girls. It tells us a little bit more about the pictures, some of which he had his own photo on the girls' faces. And the article goes into a little bit of detail in regards to these photos of very young girls, but I don't want to go into that thoroughly. Enough to say it's gross. So he was arrested for possession. So it tells us here the father of the 14-year-old who was charged with the rape and murder of Lily Peters. The father is called Peters-Berger, 37 years of age. He spent 3 years in jail after being caught with a stash of pornographic images of prepubescent girls on his phone. So apparently he had 10 pornographic photos showing very young girls. Again, there's more description there, but I don't want to go into it. He superimposed his faces onto some of the pictures. In court, prosecutors said that the 14-year-old planned to rape and kill the victim, Lily Peters, from the get-go when he left the house with the victim to go down the trail. He punched Lily, knocked her to the ground, essentially strangled her, hit her with a stick before strangling her to the point of death, before he then sexually assaulted her. So there is the question in regards to grooming, I believe, is one of the questions being asked here. How does a 14-year-old turn into a rapist murderer? How does that happen? How does that happen? Well, maybe the answer lies with the father. The father has been convicted, jailed for 3 years, of having pornographic photos of very young girls. Somehow the father has affected the son, presumably. Somehow. The article does go into quite a bit of detail in regards to Adam, the father's background, as well as his wife's background, as well as Lily's mother's background, who has a troubled past. Lily's mother, Jennifer Ailey, 38, is currently on probation after being convicted of multiple counts of theft, including for swiping 4 of her mother's credit cards and racking up a bill totaling nearly $8,000. So it seems like the Lily's family, direct family, and extended family are hugely troubled people. I'm just going to go back over the article, scroll through them, make sure that I give you all of the important information. So it tells us here that the 14-year-old accused of having murdered Lily is facing a possible life sentence after being charged with 3 counts over Lily's death: first-degree intentional homicide, first-degree sexual assault, and first-degree sexual assault of a child. There he is, Carson Peters-Berger, 14 years of age, rapist and murderer, allegedly. Lily was discovered lying a little way off a bike trail on Monday morning, about a half a mile away from her aunt's home. She was often seen cycling down the path on a bike, which was found close to her body. Such a shame, isn't it? I mean, these are great photos, aren't they? Like of a nice young child. Like, I mean, these are nice photos of a nice young child having a nice childhood, aren't they? And it's all been taken away by some sick, evil piece of shit 14-year-old, her own cousin. I think we do have most of the important details there. As I say, both of these articles go into a lot of details about the 14-year-old's father and his previous wife or such. I don't really want to go through those details. So I'm going to wrap things up here. Of course, full condolences to the family of Lily's father. I don't know if you believe in heaven or such. If you do, then we know that Lily is in heaven. If you believe in hell, I think we can be quite sure that this guy is going to end up there after he faces justice. So we hope that he is trialed as an adult. That is what the district attorneys are going for. Did I get that right? I believe I do. I believe we read that the district attorneys are trying to trial him as an adult, I believe. So let's hope that that is the case. Let's hope that justice is served and that that scumbag ends up in jail for much of his life so he can't do any harm to any other innocent children. So I'm going to wrap things up here. Guys, thanks for your time. Thanks for listening. If you do appreciate me covering these topics, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video. If you have any feedback, good or bad, please fire away. I do enjoy is not the right word, but I do see value in going over these topics, and I definitely enjoy the comments that you guys make, the engagement. I enjoy that. I think you guys do too. I think this is a nice little channel, I think. And I'm going to try to keep it that way. It is difficult for me to cover as many topics as quickly as I would like because of time, because of workload, but also because of the mentality. I've got to have a break. I've got to have fun. I've got to step away from these topics. So quite often I'm preparing the videos, but I'm not actually putting the time into going over them because I can't face it. But anyway, trying to overcome that. I'm going to step away and do something fun because I've got to have a mental break, and perhaps you do too. So remember to do that, and maybe we can have some fun together sometime. I'd like that. I'd like to figure out how we can have some fun together. I think that would be very nice. But in any case, I'm going to wrap things up here. Again, full condolences to the family of the fallen Lily Peters. Her life taken away from her. Completely innocent. Beautiful young lady, I'm quite sure. And just disgustingly taken away from her at the hands of an evil CUNT. So I'm going to wrap things up. Thanks for your time.